Bum, 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 bum. Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from I Love Puppets, here on I Love Puppets today to talk about episode 10 of The Bad Batch. Yep, that's right. If I could lift my other arm, I would do that too.
I got you. That's what I'm here for. I'm the one with the opposable thumbs.
You're the token human. You come in use sometimes.
Yes.
But anyway, hello, everybody. We are here, like I said, to talk about episode 10 of The Bad Batch. Of course, the ever-faithful human token that we keep around, Zack of the Clones. Our Bad Batch Zack. He's our favorite. He's the one that we can't kill.
Yes, that's right. I am the unkillable Zack. Froggy
right.
can try, but there's always going to be one that he will not be able to get rid of, and that's me. So thank you for having me back, Emperor Puppetine. It's always good to be here.
Thank you. I need to get that like a hood. You gotta go in character.
You can't show all of your subjects that you're like bald up there. You want them to think that, you know, you have hair. I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know.
The attack on my life has left me seriously disappointed. What is that? What was that? There's always that random sound. Yeah, it interrupts my jokes every time.
It's a jealous noise. It's better. Yeah, it's a jealous noise. It's Froggy probably trying to affect you through the Force because he can't be here because he doesn't like Star Wars. So he's trying to sabotage us from wherever he is.
That's his fault. All right, before we get into our recap and review, we're going to go ahead and look at some comments because people have been commenting while we were waiting to start.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Starting with Sandface. You see, what's wrong with us is, as Zack says, the mouse doesn't sleep.
Nope, that mouse is always hustling.
Puts this show out at 3 o'clock in the morning. It is insane.
It's bananas, is what it is.
You know why, though, right?
Because is it midnight over in California? Is that it? That's, yeah.
I mean, you think they'd be able to somehow regionally release it for people on this side of the world where their largest theme park is. Just a thought, Mickey. And of course, we have the ever faithful and beautiful Maranya here in the comments today. Normally, she's in bed at this time, but
understandable.
She needs that dose of Bad Batch news, and we have it for you. So, getting straight into the recap, we left off last week them escaping Cad Bane and heading back to, pay off their debt. They still have some debt with Sid, so they couldn't collect anything on the Scrap Planet because, Cad Bane.
Cad Bane and Crosshair, both of them.
Just for good measure.
Yeah. So no weapon scraps from that for Sid there.
That's right. So they could not pay off their debt. So what do? They still have to take jobs. However, when they have the job assigned to them, they aren't too happy about it. Why? Because it is to rescue a separatist senator. See, the senator starts off this episode saying that what the Empire wants him to do, which is basically say, oh, it's okay, we can let the Empire come in, and don't worry about it, people, is wrong, because it is. And so, what he does is publicly denounce them. And so they aren't happy with that. So they lock him away, and the Bad Batch has to rescue them. Him. Sorry, I'm getting a little too quick. I think I've tapped into the coffee force.
The coffee force is strong. It's radiating over to you. I know. Sorry about that. I'll try to contain it.
It's okay. I forgive you. But like we said, because he's a separatist senator, they're not happy that they have to go and rescue him. In fact, Hunter initially declines. However, Sid's like, you still owe me. And Hunter is trying to say, I'm not going to take Omega on this mission. Why? Because it's dangerous.
Yeah, they just fought off 2 bounty hunters over her too. So
It's been a lot. Honestly, on her side of things, she is a child, so she needs a break. And Sid says, "You know what? I'll watch her. Go ahead. It's fine. You want to leave the kid? It's in my best interest if you go and do this job. So I'll watch the kid."
That would make her a babysitter.
Anyway, moving right along. No, it wasn't that bad. It just wasn't. It just wasn't.
It wasn't good.
But they do go on this mission to rescue Senator Singh. You know who is their client, though?
Who is their client?
The real star of this show is a droid by the name of GS-8. She is a wonderful lady droid that she really shines in this episode because this is her only episode. I don't know if we're thankful for that.
I mean, if she's not terrible, if you could put C-3PO and give him a female voice, this is kind of what you would get. This would be her. This would be her.
Right.
Not bad.
This isn't like the droid in Phantom Menace where it's an actual 3PO unit. Or,
yeah, this is that other protocol droid. It has like the bug eyes or something. It's really weird.
The look is odd. But the one in the Phantom Menace has that cool low voice. This one doesn't have that.
Yeah, no. This one,
this one does have has those 3PO-isms. Can we call them that?
Yeah, sure. The 3PO-isms.
It's my show. I can do whatever I want.
Exactly.
But she, the batch isn't happy about her either. Why? Because she's a droid. They're just not happy at all.
They're just not happy campers this go around.
They have to deal with droids who they've been fighting for years now, and their entire lives really.
And they have to save a former separatist, which they're not. And they have to go up against formerly their own side. These are clones still that they're fighting, or that they're trying to save the separatists from.
Yeah, that is odd to me that we're still dealing with clone stormtroopers. It feels wrong. These bones do not take it. There are no bones. No bones about it.
One bad joke deserves another.
I really cracked myself up there.
This is a regular bad batch of jokes.
You can tell we need sleep. Anyway. They work themselves through where he's being kept right as the senator is about to be interrogated by an interrogator droid.
Yeah, I always forget about those. And then they show up with like their truth serum needles. I'm like, oh yeah, those guys.
Listen. If we could actually see them in action, we would probably not be very comfortable.
No, probably not. You never do see them in action, really. Every time they're about to do something, the door closes. I just realized that.
Yep, they want to hide it away. If there's actually a fun side note, and right as the movies were coming out, they on the radio made radio dramas of the 3 original movies.
Oh, really?
Yes, and if you listen to that first one, they do not close the door, and you hear Leia. And she feels like she's on fire. She gets tortured.
Wow.
Yeah, but to extract the information. She has no choice but to give it.
Wow. Okay, that's cool.
Then they wipe her mind for good measure.
Wow, dang. Golly.
Yeah, these droids definitely aren't to play with.
No, these sound like the scariest droids of all.
Yeah, we don't really ever get to see it. And if we did, I'm not sure exactly how we would take it. But thankfully, the batch is there to save the man. They are able to take over the tanks. And it reminds me that the Empire It's really kind of stupid. They have the best technology in this era, and they decide, you know what? I want to make my machine have really tall legs. Can't really move. We can knock it over easy.
Just walks pretty much in a straight line. You can't really maneuver. But then before you get those, you get the little beetle walkers. It's like, hey, this thing's going to have 6 legs. Yes. It's going to be really low to the ground.
Well, really... these tanks in these episodes are so cool. They're able to just roll over each other.
That is true. They are really cool. So it is kind of a downgrade to go from the little beetle walkers up to the giant AT-AT walkers. Yeah. The AT-ATs, yeah. But yeah, I always did like these back when like the Attack of the Clones movie came out, and they had like those were the action figures of the Lego models. Those were always really cool. I enjoyed those. But yeah, we get to see them take over this tank too. It's really, really cool. The action scene that takes place. It's really awesome.
Yes, believe it or not, there are action scenes in this episode. I know the plot is this is a filler episode. There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. We were even saying backstage, this is the time where you would normally have a filler episode. See, we were talking at the beginning of the season. You had the pilot, the first episode, and then it was like 4, 5, or 6 episodes that were all standalone filler episodes. And you're just kind of like, okay, when's the plot going to pick up? Well, now we've had the plot pick up the last 3 or 4 episodes. And now it's time. You can take a little bit of a breather. You can take a break and you can have a filler episode. It fits. It makes sense. So it is standalone. It is filler, but it is a really good placement for a filler episode. And it's a really good filler episode too, I feel. Also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go. You go.
I was gonna say we're doing all this talking about the Bad Batch. You know, the B story here. We see what's going on with Sid as she gets kept back behind it with Omega, watching Omega, and there's really neat little B story there. It's not as I don't think it's as big as the clone story, but it's really neat. You know, Sid and Omega have this little chat, and you know. Omega is obviously upset that she gets sidelined. You know, she's being treated like a kid. And Sid, you know, first does the whole tough love thing, like, well, life's not fair. And if you weren't helpless, you know, maybe they wouldn't sideline. And it gets little Omega all upset, of course. But then they comes back around. Sid's playing, I forget the name of the game. Is it Sabacc?
Sabacc,
the card game.
Card game. This is just Star Wars chess.
Star Wars chess. Is it? I'm gonna find the name of it later. It's gonna drive me crazy. Yeah, it's that chess that you see in the Millennium Falcon, where C-3PO is beating Chewie, and then Han Solo's like, "Let the Wookiee win." You know, it's that game. Sid's playing it with a customer, and she's about to make a move. Omega says, "I wouldn't do that." Sid does it anyway because she's just like, "Well, who's gonna listen to a kid?" So Sid does it, and she loses the game. Finds out that Omega has like this really strategic mind, probably comes from being a clone, all the different strategy lessons and stuff they teach you. So Sid and Omega, they decide to kind of work together here, and Sid basically has Omega play against every client and customer that comes into the parlor, and you know, puts all of her money on Omega basically, or uses Omega to rake in a whole bunch of money. So much so that when the Bad Batch comes back at the end of the mission,
saving the senator, of course,
because they were never not going to save this. They are the Bad Batch. But when they come in, they see, you know, Omega's beaten all these different players at this game. And Hunter, at first, he's all upset. He's like, "We told you to keep a low profile, to stay out of trouble. And this is the opposite of that." And Sid's like, "Well, actually, with her beating all these players, raking in all this extra money, she managed to pay off all the debt. So now the Bad Batch doesn't have to take any jobs out of obligation anymore." So it is kind of a neat little thing. Omega got to help the team out, even though she was sidelined. So that was a neat little side story there, I thought.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, with the filler, you have opportunities. You have the party split, and so you have to go ahead and give them something to do. And I think it was nice to go ahead and expand on how she is useful, and because she can use her bow sometimes now. Did she lose her bow though?
No, I think she still had it.
Okay.
I think she did. I'm not entirely sure, but I thought she did.
So she can shoot her bow decently, but strategies where it seems to really shine. She hasn't gotten a chance to use that other than when she was on the planet where they saved the Rancor.
Which I think is where she got the bow in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we get to go ahead and expand upon how exactly she is going to be able to help her team. And Hunter does, of course, patch things up with her at the end. How about we play a game? And if you win, then you don't have to sit back on missions anymore. Because during this mission, in fact, he talks to Tech and says, you go around the back with Omega, and I'll go ahead and take him from right here. And Tech's like, that is impossible because Omega's not here.
Tech has got the sass too, man. Tech is really the sassiest clone out there. It's really fun to watch. But yeah, no, you're right. Hunter did have Omega and her well-being on the brain, it seems like, because even when she's not with them on missions, his mind is in that headspace where he thinks she's there.
He's the main dad of the group.
He is.
It's really more the dad batch, but
it is the dad batch. You're right. You got Hunter as the dad. Wrecker's the fun uncle. Tech is the other uncle that maybe plays too many video games. He's in front of the screen too much. And then Echo is, I don't know what kind of uncle Echo is. But he's
the one that comes over sometimes, sits in the back, and you don't really talk to him except for a few moments at an event. And then you just move on with your life.
Yep. And then Crosshair's the one that left and never came back. Sorry, Crosshair.
She's just starting out and she's already been abandoned by her father.
She's already got one deadbeat dad.
But no, it was a really solid episode.
It was good, yeah.
There's not a lot going on, but it's fun to have these moments. However, we have to address the fact this is episode 10. There are exactly 6 episodes left.
Yep.
So with 6 episodes left, where do we go? Where do we go?
We're asking that question again. It's a theme at the end of these episodes. We're always asking, where's it going?
we didn't ask it a couple weeks ago.
We didn't. Yeah. Now
we had to ask last week. We have to ask this week. Yep. And hopefully we won't have to next week.
Hopefully,
we'll have to wait and see. We're just going to go ahead and open this. Snatchface says the only reason that Snatchface is up is to feed the dog. We are psychopaths.
We are psychopaths. Why is your dog eating at 4:00 in the morning? That's the thing I want to know. Like, that seems early to me. But
is it early or late?
Or both. It's that weird window. I just put my dog to sleep a little while ago. Not to sleep. He's He's snoring. He's resting. He's fine. He's not. He will wake up in about 5 hours. He'll be okay.
You better be careful, or John Wick is going to have some problems with you. But we also have Maranya saying that she came for fresh takes on the Bad Batch. And what does she get? Half-baked jokes. Yes. Well,
I'm sorry. This is what you get.
But I think it's a good show anyway.
It's a great show. It's like a box of chocolates. You just don't know which one you're gonna get that night. I think tonight.
You have to hope you don't get the one with the weird filling. Oh no! What is this? I don't like this. No.
Yeah. For me,
we're that one chocolate, aren't we?
I hope not. I want to be the one that's like. I want to be like the coconut filling, like the one you don't expect, but you're like, oh, that's really good, actually. Butterscotch is the one I don't like. I don't care for butterscotch. I don't want to be that one.
Okay, you don't have to be that one.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead and unbox a Zax. You are not that one.
Yes.
Anyway, I think we need to. Oh no. Oh no. Zach puts his doggo to sleep. Is a wimp compared to me in that regard. Oh no, Maranya wants you dead now.
He's snoring. He's sleeping in the same way I'm going to be as soon as we go off the air here. Okay? Yeah. Which I will be waking up. The doggo will be waking up. If the doggo wasn't waking up, my wife would beat you to it, Maranya. She would beat you to it. I would not.
You'd have a dead Zach.
You would, exactly. They would fulfill where they would succeed where Froggy would fail. Froggy cannot kill me.
Don't tell Froggy. He'll take that as a challenge.
He's got to find me first. There's a million Zachs down here in the Zach land.
In Zach Central?
Zach Central. Some might say Jacksonville. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm out of jokes. I can't throw any more at the wall.
It's okay. We can stop. I'm going to put this stream to sleep. So don't you worry. Anyway.
This stream was a thing, people. This was a thing.
If you are watching this after we've gone live, go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what you like. Make sure to also like and make sure you're subscribing. At 50, we're going to run a special event here on I Love Puppets, and we are excited to do so.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you're watching this before this, it is still Friday, so tonight on Friday, we're going to be covering Loki. Make sure to check that out.
Loki number 4. Mm-hmm. Episode 4. We're gonna have words. It was a strong episode, I think. So
I do too. But I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and thank you, Zach, and I want to thank you for watching. So speaking for Zach and myself, one last thank you before we say bye, and may the Force be with you.
This is the stream.